242 million people. That's just a random number that has nothing to do with today's topic. But seriously, if you find yourself watching this video, it's probable that you wanna learn how to improve your focus and really get more things done while spending less time. Is it even possible? Yes. Will this video help? Highly likely. Whether you're a student, professional, or entrepreneur, this ability to concentrate deeply on tasks is crucial for success. Fortunately, it's 21st century now and research has provided valuable insights into understanding and improving our focus. So basically, I have one job: to tell you about proven and at the same time easy to follow strategies that can help you enhance your concentration and improve productivity. So without any fuss or delay, let's dive right in. I've got a question for you. How do you call something that's ruining your productivity, nevertheless feels quite productive to do? Multitasking, that's correct. And if you're into that self-improvement stuff, you probably already heard of it. It seems to me that every productivity guru says that multitasking is your worst enemy if you want to work more efficiently. And that's not the moment when I tell you they were all wrong. Actually, multitasking faced such criticism for a reason. Substantial amount of data suggests that there are some complications if you're a fierce fan of doing 2 or more tasks at the same time. And actually, the chances are you're not really performing those tasks at the same time. And the same activity may or may not be construed as multitasking. And according to this study, people who multitask frequently in class had lower current college GPAs. Interesting correlation. I've heard from a number of people that shooting their phones while doing something else makes them feel more productive. That's the illusion that makes this whole thing so important. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't feel like I'm in control of both tasks if I'm texting somebody while listening to someone in real life or moving from point A to point B by foot. Feels like at that moment, my productivity at both tasks absolutely sucks. Speaking of commuting, texting while driving bans in the United States are associated with significant decreases in motor vehicle crash-related emergency department visits. At least they were between 2007 and 2014 in 16 states. That's great. I think it's safe to claim that generally speaking, multitasking isn't great for productivity, but I'm not moving to the next tip yet. Decreasing multitasking isn't something concrete enough, but before that, I want to remind you that if you want to leave a feedback about this video or my channel in general, maybe critique, ideas or whatever, you're absolutely welcome, and I will reply to your comment as soon as I'll get a chance to. And of course, if you like this type of content, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Now let's get back to our topic. If you ask me, if I feel that something's off, I'm being overwhelmed by the amount of stuff I want to do at the same time, or I feel depleted, I go for a walk. Believe it or not, according to research, it's a great way to boost your creativity. Walking opens up the free flow of ideas, and in my case it often happens like this. I have many small tasks that are fighting for my attention, feels quite chaotic. Then I realize it's time to change my scenery a little. I get outside, listen to some awesome music, and automatically process all of it during my 10 or 5-minute break. And when I get back, I usually feel a relief and make things right. You should consider trying it out next time. Get outside for 5 minutes, enjoy some sunlight, and maybe you'll find solutions to some of your problems. What else can you try? It may sound too simple, but trust me on this one. Control your phone. Your phone or tablet or laptop is probably #1 potential source of distraction. You get a notification and boom, you're switching to a whole another task, texting someone back instead of working on your school project. You can go back and forth like this many times during your day. But don't get me wrong here, it's not something you should be ashamed of. Your phone and especially social media applications are designed to grab your attention. So my tip is to limit usage of something that's not related to a task if you know it's time for some deep work. I usually use silent mode or simply put my phone in another room if I don't need it. And again, I'm talking about something manageable and not seemingly impossible to do. You don't have to quit social media. Just notice when you get consumed by distractions more often and design your workspace so you cut them off before they happen, rather than resist them. I hope you're not tired of listening to me talking about multitasking and distractions. Let's talk about something totally different and cool. What about cold showers? Is it a myth that cold water immersion can increase your focus? As you might guess, if I've included this, I don't think it is. Studies like this one claim an increase in noradrenaline and dopamine during the procedure. Noradrenaline and dopamine concentrations were increased by 530 and 250% respectively. But it's worth taking into consideration that participants were immersed in the cold water for a whole hour, even though their heads were out. That still sounds crazy. I've been practicing cold showers for more than 7 months without a single break, but I didn't try an hour version, and I'm sure none of you will want to spend so much time. And the temperature should be pretty low as well. They used 20 degrees Celsius, which is 68 Fahrenheit. And when I first tried the coldest water I could get in the shower without using ice was around that or even lower sometimes. But don't be afraid, and remember that you can start small and gradually build down the temperature. And still you won't get used to it completely. If the water is cold enough, you'll get a little shocked every single time. And actually that's one of the reasons I like it. It feels challenging, but in a couple of seconds it won't. Alright, let's be honest, cold exposure is not the easiest thing to do, and most people won't commit such a sacrifice, so I've got something way less difficult to do. I'd even say it's not only easy, it's pleasant. And I'm talking about caffeine. Actually, there are some misconceptions when it comes to this topic. Some people believe that coffee is really bad for health of an average human being. But what if I tell you there may be even some benefits from this habit? According to the UK Biobank, coffee drinking was inversely associated with all-cause mortality. And it also applied to people who drank decaffeinated coffee, but our current topic was caffeine, so let's get back to it. One study showed that participants who consumed 1200 milligrams of caffeine, which is approximately 1 cup of coffee, showed significantly enhanced problem-solving abilities. Caffeine was shown to increase alertness and focus, and the good news, there is more than one way to consume it. Energy drinks, chocolate, different types of tea, you name it. But of course, there are different amounts of caffeine in them. For example, let's suppose a latte contains around 128 milligrams of caffeine and 300 grams of tea, only 60. But of course, you know that if you wanna go sleep in like an hour, caffeinated coffee is a really bad choice. By the way, at high doses, there is an increase in anxiety, nervousness, and jitteriness, so you should find the perfect amount for you. For example, I did feel much more anxious when I tried drinking 3 cups at once, and the great thing about coffee is that I absolutely love it. And it's great to know that this habit may even have some benefits. And now it's finally time to sum it all up. This video consisted of 4 parts. First one was about multitasking. We all know usually it's not good for productivity, so we should find ways on how to minimize exposure to it. Of course, you'll still multitask sometimes and it's okay, but when it comes time to deep work, you should avoid distractions, which can make you endlessly switch between tasks. You can also go for a walk. Great option to unwind a little and boost your creativity. The second part was about cold exposure, namely cold showers. I'm a fan of them, and studies show that it can increase hormones which are responsible for more alert and focused state. And the last one was about caffeine consumption. Even if you're not a fan of coffee, there are some options. I truly hope this video is helpful, subscribe if you want to see more, and definitely have a good day.